A very warm welcome to all those who are watching my video. My name is Karthik Khanna and my roll number is 20EX20017. This is my DIY project 3 in which I have used Proteus software to build two different parts of the project. So this is the part 1 in which we have used DHT22 temperature and humidity sensor. Here we will blink the LED connected to pin 13 according to the values we have given to temperature and humidity. So as you can see, the data which we have selected is the data for the temperature and humidity and the LED on time. As you can see, the conditions are T less than 15, humidity less than 25. LED on time will be 1 second. Second condition is T less than 15, humidity greater than 60. LED on time will be 0.5 second. Third condition is temperature greater than 28, humidity less than 25. LED on time will be 1 second. Fourth condition is temperature greater than 28, humidity greater than 60. LED on time will be 0.5 second. Now let us look at some of the features of this. As you can see, the highlighted part which is shown is the pin 13 where all the outputs will be displayed. As you can see now, the highlighted part is the temperature humidity board where all the values of the temperature and humidity will be changed according to the conditions. This is the terminal board where all the values of the humidity, temperature and heat index will be displayed. Now let us once again look at the source code. So the source code here has a void loop. This is the void loop and in this we have had a delay of 2000 milliseconds. This 2000 milliseconds signifies that our code will wait for 2 seconds before it starts the next measurements. Now let us move below. As you can see, this float variable contains the values of humidity, temperature in degrees C and temperature in Fahrenheit. And as you can see, this heat index float variable is used to measure the value of the heat index and store it. Now let us move down. Now the serial print is used to measure the values of temperature, heat index and humidity. It will be shown in the terminal board. And after this, I have used the if function to run my command. Now let us see the schematic capture of this program. So this is the schematic capture of the project. Now we will run our code and see if it works well or not. We will find our temperature and humidity values in the humidity temperature board, which is shown here. As you can see, the humidity value is less than 25 and the temperature value is less than 15. This is the first condition, so according to which the LED should be on for 1 second. Now let us run this code to verify that if our code is correct or not. The output will be displayed here. So now let me run the code. As we can see, the LED has blinked, which verifies that our code is running quite well. Now let me change the condition and then verify the next part. Now I am editing the properties of this. So the second condition was the temperature should be less than 15 degrees C and the humidity should be greater than 60. Now let me change the values to 65 for humidity and run the code. As you can see, I changed the values for humidity greater than 60. So now let me run the code and you should see the output here. I have run the code. Now let us wait for the output. Here the LED will only blink for 0.5 seconds. So as you can see, the LED has just blinked. Now let me change the values for the third condition. Again we will edit our properties from here. Now the third condition was for the temperature to be greater than 28 and the humidity should be less than 25. So I am keeping the temperature as 28.6 and the humidity should be less than 25, so I will keep the value of humidity as 24.8. Now let us again see the output. Now I am running the code. Our output will be displayed here. Now the LED will blink for 1 second. As you can see, the LED has blinked. This proves that our code is running quite well till now. Now let me again change the value to enter the fourth condition where. So the fourth condition was the temperature to be greater than 28 and humidity should be greater than 60. So humidity greater than 60 will be 65 and temperature should be greater than 28, which is 28.6. Now let us again run this code and verify if it is working or not. The output will be displayed here and the LED will blink for 0.5 seconds. As you can see, the LED has blinked for 0.5 seconds. This proves that our code is all fine and it is running quite well. So this is the second part of the DIY project 3 in which I have used Arduino and RBG common cathode LED example. In this, I have generated a digital wave using the pin 13. Now let us look at the diagram first. As you can see, the highlighted part which I am showing is the LED light. Here the output will be displayed. This is the terminal box. This is the oscilloscope. Here the digital wave will be shown. Now let us once again look at the source code. The source code, as you can see, I have modified it. Here in the void setup, I have added a pin mode in which I have entered the pin number 13, which will show the output. In the void loop, I have entered this function. In this, the LED will be on for 0.5 seconds and will be off for 1 second. Similarly, the other two parts have different properties. Now let us go to the schematic capture and run the program. So now let me run the program and you will see the LED will be blinking here. Now I have run the code and as you can see, the LED had started blinking. It has blinked once, now second time and now the third time. This has blinked according to the code. See, the LED is still blinking and it will blink once again as the code will be continued in a loop. Now let me stop the code and connect this output pin 13 to the oscilloscope so that we could see the digital wave. So I have connected the oscilloscope to the digital pin 13 to view the output. Now let us go to the debug menu. Initially let me run the program, so I will show you the oscilloscope which will show the digital wave. Now let me go to the debug menu and open the digital oscilloscope. See, as you are seeing, the wave has been generated, the digital wave. This green one is our digital wave which has been generated according to our code. As you can see, this wave has been generated. So this proves that our code is running quite well and it has been correctly written. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you like the video. Do like, comment, share and hit the subscribe button to subscribe my channel.